guys, this is Molly with the Oklahoma Geological Survey. Today we're going to be talking about a mineral called Ulexite. Ulexite is spelled with a U, and the first part is pronounced U, like you. So Ulexite is a really cool mineral. I'm going to talk about some of the really neat features of this mineral. Now, it's sometimes referred to as TV rock, and we call it TV rock even though it's a mineral, so it's a little bit confusing. But this is what it looks like. It's this kind of clearish, whitish, colorless mineral. And the really cool thing about this mineral is that it has a structure, I'm going to try to hold it up here, which is a little bit fibrous. Okay, you can kind of see that it has these fibers, trying to get a good angle, that are all clumped together in parallel. Now, because it's a little bit hard to see, I'm going to show you a little digital image. I have a digital microscope so that you can see what the structure is up close and personal. But I actually built a couple of silly models to demonstrate what the structure of Ulexite is. So the first silly model I built is this collection of straws, okay? So I put a whole bunch of straws together, I taped them together with some really fancy washi tape, and you can see, whoops, it's falling apart, that I have a bunch of straws all parallel to one another for the most part, and if I hold it this way, I can actually kind of see through. You can imagine looking through a bunch of straws, I can see through the straws, okay? If I hold it this way, I can't see through the straws, okay? So that is very similar to the structure of Ulexite, the mineral. So again, this is kind of like the series of straws in parallel this way. If I hold it like this, you can't really see through it, but if I hold it this way, you can actually see right through it, and it's quite clear, so clear in fact that I can actually read right through this mineral. Okay, so I'm going to hold it up. You can see if you're looking straight on, you can read right through this mineral, Ulexite. Again, if I hold it this way, you can't read through that. Now you'll remember earlier I mentioned that we call Ulexite TV rock. That's kind of the common name for this mineral. And the reason is because these fibers that I've been talking about, these parallel fibers, kind of act like fiber optics to transmit whatever image is on one side of the mineral straight to the other side. Okay, so if I put an image, whatever it's touching, it gets transmitted right through to the other side, and that's why we can see through this rock, and that's why it's called TV rock. I built another model, so there's the straw model showing the parallel fibers of crystals. I built another one using some Asian noodles, okay, and I actually glued them together on one end, and I wanted to demonstrate how the fibers, the crystal fibers, are actually parallel, okay? Ulexite actually fractures very easily as well. So if I've got a little small piece here, okay? Again, we know it's Ulexite because when I hold it up to some text, I can see right through it, okay? Again, we can't see through it when we hold it 90 degrees from those parallel crystals. But the Ulexite, like I said, can fracture very easily, and it fractures along the parallel direction of those fibers, okay? So I can actually fracture it just by pulling it apart gently. Okay, so I broke off a little piece here, okay? And I'm going to try to show you what this looks like. We can also fracture this model using the Asian noodles, just in the same way that we fractured the Ulexite. Again, it's going to fracture right along the parallel plane alongside the length of the crystal fibers. So this was Molly with the Oklahoma Geological Survey with GeoScience Bites. Today we talked about Ulexite, the mineral. Thank you so much for joining us.